Peace fam, it's the Pressure Cooker, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about celeb struck and male-identified women. I'm just going to say this right off the top. Some people are going to get upset. As always, I'm going to share my opinion on here. If you have your opinion, you can share it respectfully in the comments if you disagree. However, I'm not going to tolerate disrespect to the alleged victim. Dragging her, calling her names. If you have a point that you want to share, you can share it respectfully and you can share it, in a way that doesn't involve any of those things. Being on social media, I noticed a lot of things. And it's this issue of male identified women doesn't just happen on social media. I see it in day-to-day life as well. And, there's a big piece of why that happens, patriarchy and just there's a lot of reasons why there's a lot of male identified women. And what I mean by that is often that could mean a lot of things. Sometimes it's women siding with men in the workplace with their toxic behaviors, immediately dismissing women, when they have claims of certain things involving men. And now don't get me wrong. There are people who lie. There are people who make up false allegations. I'm not going to sit here and act like that never happens. However, I've noticed that depending on who people like and who they're enamored with, that's what allows them to make their decision, not the facts. Okay. They're not willing to look at the facts. All they want to do is shut people down. And when I see women doing this, it hurts more than men. Okay. It hurts a lot more than men, because how are we going to have each other's back? Who's going to protect other women when we jump to defend certain people just because we like a certain celebrity? Now, before we go into the details of Jennifer and the Petties, I'm going to say that, I listen to both of their music. I like Cardi B and I like Nicki Minaj, but I don't stand for anyone. Okay, I like them, but do something wrong, it's not going to stop me from saying that they did something wrong, because I'm not up anybody's ass like that. Okay, that's number one. Cardi B came out here and doxed the one woman Black Tea blog a few weeks ago, and I spoke on it. I like Cardi B, but she was dead ass wrong. I've talked about, different things related to Nicki Minaj here on this page and on my old page. Okay. I personally don't give a F if you get in your feelings just because you're a fan. I need you to know that. So I don't care if you're in the comments saying certain things, like, oh yeah, Nicki for life. None of that bothers me, but don't come on here disrespecting victims. Okay. So now that we got that out, Jennifer is the alleged, well, she's not the alleged, but she is the accuser of Kenneth Petty. There was an incident in 1994 where she is claiming that he raped her, and he ended up pleading out. And so the plea that he made was he ended up getting convicted of first-degree attempted rape, even though he did in fact rape her, according to Jennifer. Now, many of us have first heard about this story through Nosy Hole Live. Of all the fucked up things she's done, I would say this is one of the good things that she did, was get this woman's story out there. That's just my personal opinion. Since Nicki is a very powerful person in the industry, and I think a lot of people are afraid to talk about her. This is not the first time I've heard that she has bullied people or threatened people. There's other incidents not related to the Kenneth Petty situation where we've heard that she's bullied people. People have showed receipts. So I don't know why it's hard for people to believe this. So apparently she's the identified victim, Jennifer. And, she said that in an interview, when she found out that him and Nicki were getting married, I think a lot of feelings came up for her about the situation, because now, there could be a limelight on her of her being the accuser. Now, we know that Kenneth Petty got popped recently because he didn't register as a sex offender in California. It was just a whole bunch of stuff, right? And Jennifer is currently suing the Pettys because she is alleging that they are basically terrorizing her, trying to silence her. There's been newspaper articles about this. This isn't just vlogging tea. This is like an actual thing going on. And that's stupid. Okay, whenever you have people trying to silence you, that doesn't make you look very innocent. Okay? That doesn't look, so all the people claiming she's lying, how could she be lying when he was convicted? That makes no sense at all. He served time. And we know sometimes people confess to things that they didn't do. I don't believe this is the case in this story. Okay? I think he did it. Okay. And he did it. And I think that that's the reason why he took that plea deal. Because it would have been a lot worse for him if I had went to trial and all of that stuff came out. So, I just don't understand when I see women I was just watching a live recently, and just the stuff that I see in the chat is like, yo, are you serious? And none of it is based on facts, guys, or receipts. It's based on their sheer worship of Nicki Minaj. Team Nicki. Somebody's going over the facts of the case. They're not even talking about the facts of the case. They're talking about how the fuck they feel about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Okay? Like, it's just, I don't understand the celeb worship culture. I get that we all have faves and we like people, but I've never been the type of person that's like, oh my gosh, I want to drink your bathwater. Oh my gosh, you can do no wrong. They bleed blood just like the rest of us if they get cut. Okay? It does feel sometimes like the celebs are like new gods in a sense, because the way people worship them, the way people think they can do no wrong is just crazy to me. I don't understand it. I don't. And so this is not the first time that I've seen things like this. I'm like, I don't understand how women, like we see this with R. Kelly all the time. There's so much irrefutable evidence against R. Kelly. And people out here, women out here, and it's not just women, but I'm speaking about women because it irritates me more when I see other women ignoring the facts of a case just because they like somebody, just because you want to be able to, keep swooning for this person. Is it that deep? And what I'm going to say next is very controversial. I don't care. See, I think the people who are willing to ignore facts about sexual predators just because they're famous or connected to somebody famous that they like, those are the same women that's probably ignoring their daughters, their cousins, their nieces, okay, when they run and tell them, look, so-and-so did this to me. Those are the same people that will choose their man over their daughter. Those are the same people who will ostracize family members, female family members, okay, because they just want to put a man on a pedestal. They don't want to look at the facts. They want to ignore things. And that is a very dangerous culture. And I don't care who wants to get mad. I really don't. Okay. See, people don't know what it's like for certain people when they've either been assaulted, they got to go to court, they got to go to therapy. Like, there's so many things that happen behind the scenes. So when I see people behaving like this, and I believe a lot of these people are probably people who have also had a history of some type of sexual assault, but they're just in denial. I understand that some things we may never know all the facts for, but it's just disgusting. It bothers me so much. If you're going to argue a point, use receipts and facts. I don't give a fuck about how much you like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is doing herself in. She's a phenomenal artist. She's very talented, but she chose to marry somebody with the history of being a sexual predator. And then she also chose to have a child with him. That's on her. Okay? She made her bed and she laying in it. And it's sad. Okay? It's sad that all of this is going to get overshadowed because of the choices that she made. I don't know why she made that choice. It's not my business, but we're just seeing it play out. So anyway, I haven't watched Jennifer's interview on, I don't remember what talk show it is, but I'd like to check it out. What do you guys think? Do you notice the culture of celeb worship and male identified women also in social media and in everyday life? Let me know below. Bye.